Hello, my name's Chris. I'm an artist and I like to draw. One of the things I like most about drawing is frottage. Frottage is French for rubbing, and what it means is you work with a variety of tools in order to make a mark by rubbing. So here are a few here. There's a graphite stick. These are my favourite. This is a wax egg. The beauty of this is it's very good for people who aren't necessarily good with controlling their fingers. There's no top, there's no bottom. You just grab it anywhere. And then there are these wax crayons. This is brass rubbing wax, but you can use any wax crayons. And white is good on black paper. This is an oil bar, but you could use chalk. And here is a piece of coal. So we're going to do some frottage, and I'm going to start with a graphite stick. And we're going to have a go at doing this bamboo fork. It's not absolutely necessary, but it is useful. It is helpful if you can secure your object. And I'm using some masking tape there. So you just place your paper over the object. And this is just ordinary photocopy paper. Then you take your rubbing tool, in this case graphite, and you gently rub. So I'm holding down with one hand and I'm rubbing with the other, and there you can see the fork emerging. Anything with a texture is good for graphite. You could do a pair of jeans, you could do a kitchen sink, but I'm doing a fork. There we are. There's a fork with graphite. Now, we could also just use an ordinary pencil. If you do use a pencil, it's a good idea to shave off as much of the wood as you can. So maybe I'll do a knife to keep the fork company. How about that? Bit of a crazy angle going on here. It's got the serrated edge well. Now the pencil does take longer than the graphite stick, but the effect is very similar because the pencil lead is just graphite anyway. So basically we're working with the same material but two different tools, so we have to use them differently. You see the way I'm using this, it's flat. It's not like this, the way in which you would normally use a pencil. It's flat. There we are. That will do, I think. So there's a knife with pencil, and there's a fork with graphite. Now we'll have a go with a wax egg. As I said, the beauty of the wax egg is you can hold it anywhere, so it's good for people who aren't necessarily very adept with their fingers. And as you can see, this is quite quick, slightly quicker than the graphite, much quicker than the pencil. Pencil's good for doing fine things, like for instance a steel surface, the back of a watch with an inscription. A pencil would be great for that. A wax egg wouldn't be sufficiently subtle, but you can see that is a lovely rendition obtained very quickly. Now I'm going to have a go at doing something I haven't done before, but it should work. It should work because I've used charcoal, and this isn't that dissimilar. It's basically the same material. This is a piece of coal. Of course, it's smokeless coal. I don't know if that makes a difference. It makes a difference environmentally, but whether it does in terms of mark making, who knows. But you can see it's quick. It's almost as quick as the wax egg, and the effect is very similar to charcoal. There we are, a fork frottaged with coal. And now we'll have a go with some black paper. So you can use white, oil pastels or chalk. It's a very similar effect. And because we're working with black and white, it's a dramatic contrast. It's more dramatic than working with black on white, because we're used to seeing black on white. We're not used to seeing white on black. So it's a bit more shaggy and lacking in definition compared to, for instance, the pencil. But it's rather ghostly. It's a bit like an X-ray, and I think it's rather attractive. And now we'll have a go with the metallic wax crayon. Now, because it's silver, it looks rather like a metal fork, even though it's bamboo. And again, like the white on black, it's rather ghostly. So there we are, silver crayon. And I'm going to add gold, and what I'm going to do is just move this just slightly so we get a bit of a ghost, just a bit of a ghost, which will make it look a bit more 3D. He said hopefully. So there you are. Now an obvious thing is to put the knife and the fork together and to put something between them. Something like that maybe. And this is so quick. So very, very, very quick. It's one of the things I love about frottage. I'm not holding this down. But one thing just leads to another. Each thing that you frottage suggests the next. So there we go, there's half a meal. The thing with frottage is, anything that has a surface, anything that you can feel with your fingers, you know you'll be able to render into a frottage. And there are lots and lots of tools you can use. So in addition to these, as I said, there's chalk, there is brick, there's almost anything that leaves a residue you can frottage with. It's quick, it's easy, and you can do anything with it. So please do anything with it, and I hope you enjoy it. Thank you.